What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys the 31st and final review of the 12th annual 31 Days of Horror. And as we usually try to do, we pick a film that takes place on Halloween for the 31st review. And I went ahead and did that again with the film Hellions from the year 2015. This is a film that I remember. It came out on in like the festival circuit, and then Scream Factory released this disc version here. I remember seeing it on some top 10 lists during the 2015 campaign, but I actually never got around to it, and all these years later, which is kind of actually crazy that it's almost 10 years old at this point. It makes me feel that's insane. Wow, it feels weird. But yeah, I figured, you know what, it takes place on Halloween. I've never seen it before. Let's go ahead and check out Hellions. I do remember it popping up on a lot of top 10 lists, and I just never got around to it. So yeah, so this film follows a young girl named Dora, who is a teenage girl, and it opens up with her and her boyfriend, who, by the way, I recognized from the TV show Degrassi. He played, I think, Drew in Degrassi, which, you know, little peek behind the curtain. I was a pretty, like, loyal watcher of Degrassi. I was like the perfect age when it came out. The Next Generation version. I have went back and watched the Degrassi Junior High and High from the 80s, but the 2000s version was my jam, and I watched it all the way up until it moved to like Netflix, I think, and then I stopped. But anyway, I just thought that was notable. So it opens up with them smoking weed, chilling in a pumpkin patch. Pretty cool background. I mean, just an awesome visual. And you know, then she has to jet because she has a doctor's appointment. She goes to the doctor's, and she finds out that she is pregnant, which she seems pretty surprised about. Later on, she goes home feeling kind of down about the whole situation. Her mom takes her little brother out trick-or-treating, and she's supposed to go meet her boyfriend at a party, but she decides to stay home because she's feeling kind of down. And then basically it's Halloween, so knock on a door, trick-or-treaters, and she gives them some candy. And I gotta say, these costumes of these little trick-or-treaters are really, really awesome. So that you can see some of them on the cover there. Good old burlap sack and bucket head. So the first thing I'll say is, like, the first trick-or-treater that comes up with, like, burlap sack, dude, it reminded me so much of Sam from Trick or Treat. Just like, even just like the mannerisms, like, reminded me of Sam, but obviously not Sam. Also, Robert Patrick is in this movie. He's of course the Liquid Terminator in Terminator 2, which is pretty cool. Which the back cover actually looks very Terminator like. But so she gets his knock on the door, and these kids won't leave her alone. They keep coming back and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, she finds the severed head of her boyfriend in one of the trick-or-treaters' bags. And she's all freaked out. And then basically these little Hellions basically want to cut her baby out of her. They know she's pregnant and stuff, which is very unsettling, you know. So that's basically the plot. I love the costumes of these trick-or-treaters. Like, they remind me of, like, if you ever see, like, old photos of, like, America, like, back in the day, like, when photos were first, you know, popping up, of, like, trick-or-treaters or, like, people dressed up in costumes, they're always, like, damn creepy as hell. It's just, like, some bag over someone's head and stuff. Like, it's always just, like, comes off so creepy. It reminds me of, like, that. Which, like, very throwback, like, 1920s looking like attire and costumes. Like, I just think it's like really cool. And what else? So yeah, then you know, the movie goes into a very weird territory. Like, it gets very like nightmarish and like dreamlike. There's all these different like filters and colors, and there's actually, I would say, and this is something that I am not known for noticing. Like, I don't pride myself on being a music guy, and like I also like, you know, music is important to movies, and subconsciously I'm aware of music a lot of times, but a lot of other times it just like kind of, you know, I forget to pay attention to like it, you know what I mean, just because I'm not like musically inclined, I guess. I don't know, it's something I've noticed on 22 Shots all the time, that I've never, like, other people are always more aware of the music than me, but I thought the music in this was really, really awesome. Probably one of my favorite parts of the film, especially like this sort of like chanting of like this. I forget what it was. It was like nah nah. Like, I don't even remember what it was, but it was very creepy. Like this sort of like childlike, like nursery rhyme, like school ground play yard type of lingo, like stuff that I just thought was super effective and creepy. The movie gets like so bizarro and like goes like off the rails with some of this stuff. It just gets like really wild in the final act, or really even before that. Like, just the second half of the movie, it gets very like artsy and not what I was expecting at all. Although I love the visuals and I thought like it had some good atmosphere and stuff, I just felt like there was something a little lacking with this movie. It just didn't have. It felt like it was. I don't know. Like, it felt like it was like believing its own hype a little bit too much, or like, I don't know, man. It's just like it like dove so deep into like the artsy stuff that like I feel like it didn't really have the story and like the other stuff there to sort of match that quality, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was pretty decent, but definitely like I don't know. I feel like I need to rewatch it. I think I was just so taken back by like, I thought it was going to be like a home invasion killer kid movie, and it is to an extent, but it gets very like, you know, weird and like and wild. But I feel like this is one that, like, knowing that now, like maybe in a couple years, giving it a rewatch, I might see it in a different way. But it really wasn't what I was looking for. Like, and I think it could have just been like my expectations for what kind of movie it was. But yeah, it was odd, you know. And the doctor and stuff shows back up and stuff, and I don't know. It's good, but not. I've heard people say it's great. I've seen people have it like rated really highly. Didn't quite reach that echelon for me, but I'll still give it like a 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty solid. Definitely great Halloween atmosphere and stuff. So yeah, I'll go 7 on that one. But yeah, that's the review. So with that said, we'll see you guys tomorrow with year 13, I guess. So yeah, with that, you know, sorry for all the uploads, you know, I just wanted to get them all up before the next year started. But yeah, so peace out, guys. Later.